Hey guys, how's it going? Octopus here. Welcome back to Unicross, and another VIP medal on the JP side for now is Terra Xehanort B. We're gonna go over this medal, talk about what's good and bad about it. It is basically just like the other VIP medals that came out, but this one is for power, reverse power in this case. I'm gonna talk about where it stands, where you guys should go with this, because the medals aren't terrible, but again, it's not a medal as impressive as the invisible VIP medal. That medal was great. That medal still stands today, even though it's only at a 50 multiplier compared to the high school challenge medals. Anything 15 above is very powerful, where this guy here, which looks amazing. Can we talk about for 1 second that it looks like if you guys have siblings or anyone that's ever like needed backup from someone, let's put in this case scenario, let's say that's my sister there and the guardian is my parent. So I'll be playing games and my sister will bust in the room, be like, "Mom said it's my turn to play." And then the guardian in the back, that's mom, about to grab the controller from your hand. That's what it reminds me of. It reminds me of like someone got backup and they bring it to the place. But yeah, Terra and Xehanort basically, or Terra in, you know what I mean, and the Guardian. So with that out of the way, let's go into what this medal is, what it does. On cookstracker.com, it's not updated yet, and that's why I got this big old picture of him right here. But basically, if you guys recognize the World Ends With You medal right here, the speed version, and of course KR18, the magic version, this is basically them. Just one is magic, one is speed, and one is power. So replace all these magic stuff here with power and just picture it that way. It's the exact same medal. It's got a multiplier 40.19, fully maxed out if there's only one enemy left. So good for PvP, good for raid bosses that have limbs already broken, good for single target bosses in story or proud mode, stuff like that. If it's in a group, it's only at a 36 multiplier, but it's still pretty bad. It's better than, let's put it this way, an Axle, the Prime Axle from Tier 4. It's better than the Tier 4 Prime Axle. Now, what it does is only for one attack, meaning that it's only going to buff itself after its attack is over. It doesn't carry over, so you're not going to have ×7 up and down for everything for the next attacking medal and so on. It's only for himself, that one attack that's casted. So, in a case where if you don't have a buffer, that's bad because it won't carry over. It's not your main buffer. But if you do have a buffer, it doesn't really matter. Your main buffer should be taking care of everything at this point in the game. You guys should have Kyrie EX or Xion EX Kai or Plus, which buffs everything you're ready for you. You got foretellers, you've got stained glass medals, you got prime medals that basically take care of you except for general strength. So it's not a biggie that he only buffs himself. So you can just take away all this, pretend he doesn't have anything, and just look at him for his multiplier. But his multiplier is only a 40.19, so it's not crazy good. It's not like, oh, this is the next medal like Invisible. I was talking about Visible was a 50 multiplier. That was great. This guy's only a 40, but it completes the trio for the VIP medals. Magic, the World Ends With You for speed, and now Terra Xehanort for the power version. Even though he is a reverse power where the other two are uprights, I don't think they're going to continue into more VIPs like this. If they do, they're kind of hurting themselves on, I guess, intriguing everyone to go for the VIP. Like Invisible, if another medal came out like the Invisible, but like an upright version or something, I would say, yeah, go for it. But in this case, this isn't the guy. This isn't the guy for us. So let me compare him to a couple of things here and why you guys shouldn't worry too much about him, especially if you're free to play and you're not buying VIPs. In this case, if you already have reverse power medals, anything from this VIP and above, in JP you have Oogie Boogie, we don't. But if you guys have Scar, Lexius, Sephiroth, you've got Syx, you got Boss of Xemnas, whatever you guys have is better already. So buying that VIP is not going to replace any of these guys, and definitely not going to replace your copycat medals like Riku over here, Replica, or Xion. These already dominate the reverse power slot. So this VIP medal is kind of weak because of that, because there is already so many options. The only thing good about this VIP medal is that you get a bunch of traits along with it, especially if you buy both weeks in the global version. So you do have a good chance of getting that extra attack in there, that -60, so on and so on. But if you guys are already rocking a Boss Xemnas or Super Bursts or Supernova Sephiroth, then you guys are okay. Even Syx is okay. And Syx and Lexius, you guys got to roll a couple more traits because of that organization event. If you got to complete it when it first time came out and you pulled for it, plus the event itself for more trait rerolls. So you already got a lot of good candidates that I wouldn't even bother going for this VIP if you're trying to hold back. If you're someone who did purchase VIP, the only way I would recommend using Tier 8 fairies, precious Tier 8 fairies, so valuable that it just doesn't appear. People have been waiting months just to get a set of 5. In my all honest opinion, it would have to have like extra attack and negative 60 ground with plus 1000 to make it even viable to compete against these guys. Now, extra attack at 40 on top of it with the plus 1000, negative 60 ground, definitely a crazy good PvE medal, even PvP for that extra attack. But I would still try to save your tier 8 fairies for something better. Or if you really need a reverse power, looking at one of these guys, you guys are really good, like Boss Semnis and Sephiroth and all that. So your choices are already there. You already have multiple choices for reverse power, and the reason I mention that is because a lot of people use a Fairy Star, and Fairy Star has one reverse power slot in it. A lot of people use a Starlight because it keeps getting boosters, and also at level 35, it's got a good multiplier too. Again, you have your Sephiroth, you have your Boss Semnis, you have your Scar, you have your Lexius, you have a lot of choices here already, Saïx. And then of course you got something like the Darkgnaw, which is made for reverse power. Again, Boss Semnis, you got Xions, Riku replicas, copycat medals, you got all that going on for you already that you probably wouldn't use at 40. And this medal really comes down to traits. Now, again, the buffs and the debuffs aren't really important. You guys should have Stained Glass, Foretellers, Kairi, Xions to do all the buffs for you on the first slot and second slot. After that, it's pure attacking from there on. Even Stained Glass or Foretellers, they're meant to be attacking medals and buffers, and they take care of all their power if you went for Era or if you went for Stained Glass Terra. So, in my opinion, it is an easy skip for these medals. Like, you're not gonna hurt if you didn't buy this VIP. Of course, buying VIP is just getting extra jewels, getting more gems, getting more magic brooms, magic mirrors, the occasional farming experience quests, so on and so on. So no matter what, you're getting value for what you're spending on. But if you are someone who's just choosing when you want to buy VIP according to the medal, how much it'll change your game. If you already have reverse power medals, this isn't going to change your game at all. You can definitely sit back, relax, and be like, yep, my gift cards, my VIP, whatever you guys do is safe for another week. But if this comes into global, it's going to be there for 2 weeks. If it doesn't come to global, hopefully we get a better VIP medal than this. I don't mind skipping on this one. As badass as the art is, I like the Terra Xehanort and the Guardian combination. It looks great, especially the little pose like I talked about in the starting. I don't mind this medal at all, but it definitely wouldn't be on my PvP or PvE setup unless its traits were just absolutely amazing. And with RNG in this game, I just don't see that happening. But some of you guys do get lucky. So if you guys got lucky enough, you guys can test it out. Use your extra attack, new VIP medal versus your Boss Semnis. But again, you're using tier 8 fairies for a 40 multiplier. Just wait till you get a tier 8 with extra attack that's in the 50s already. That's going to surpass it. And with tier 8 fairies being so rare, even though you got extra attack and the perfect traits on that VIP medal, I would still save those tier 8 fairies for when you hit some luck with stuff that are higher than that. I wouldn't go any lower than Lexius at this point, a 46.23. In all honesty, I want to say to you guys, don't go lower than a 50, because 50 and above, especially with you guys seeing Luxord's multiplier of 57, this is just early access to the future of multipliers. Of course, his is based on RNG, but that's going to become very common very soon. Just think about where we were before, where Nick and Judy was like the shit at 6 stars. We're like, oh my god, that 24 multiplier. We're hitting 57 multipliers, 53 common for high score challenge. So my biggest option here, guys, my biggest advice is that tier 8 are not done. Tier 8s are still happening, and eventually we're gonna hit tier 9s. Once you guys see tier 9s, then you can be like, okay, well, this is all my options for tier 8 medals. Which ones are my best ones? Which ones got the best traits for me? As I was polling, doing high score challenges, as I was doing VIPs, which one of my tier 8s got the best traits, and go by that. Obviously start with the highest multipliers and work your way down. And like I said, Invisible. Hopefully this comes back. A 50 multiplier was kind of crazy. It does have that condition, has to have one enemy left, but in what do you call it, PvP, in just raid bosses with no limbs, all that, this is just killer. A 50 multiplier is great. So it's definitely a skip. It's definitely a skip. I just want to show you guys your options. If you didn't have any of those reverse powers, then it'll definitely help you because you missed out on all those good reverse power medals. But it's one of those VIP medals. VIP are just early access or just enough to be competitive in the game. Like Invisible is great, but the high score challenge medals that came out were better. The organization members, some of them like Saïx, was just as good, so on and so on. So it all depends what you guys have already. Go for what you need in your game. Not everyone's game's the same. Not everyone trait rolls are the same. Not everyone buys as much much avatar boards and Luxel because you still need attack boost max for that, but there is plenty of avatar boards currently in the game. Either way, guys, let me know what you did. Did you guys pull for it in JP? How are you liking it? It is just like the other VIP medals, but it takes up a valuable reverse power slot, and we get a lot of good reverse power medals already. But I want to know your thoughts on this. Are you guys going for it? Did you go for it? And if it comes to global, are you going to go for it as well? I want to know everything, guys, down below. If you did enjoy the video, don't forget to hit the like button, and as always, thank you so much for watching. Keep on smiling, and I'll see you in the next one.